What do you do next?
Negotiate the rest in person.
Once you get the contract, let's say they sign the contract at 100. Now it's a $50,000 property. Okay. You've got a contract signed at 100. You haven't signed your side, but you have a contract signed. Okay. From the seller. What do you do next?
Negotiate the rest in person.
So this is the most important. I mean, you can negotiate over the phone, you know, because you didn't attempt to negotiate the first time. You can negotiate in person. But here's the most important lesson that I've learned since 2015. Used to, I spent hours and hours and hours with people negotiating with people, and we'd get an agreement on price. True or false, Spoonie?
True.
Would they sign a contract?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Who would you rather negotiate with? Would you rather negotiate with somebody that you know wants to sell, that has signed a contract, or would you want to spend all of your time, your time and energy, negotiating with somebody and then them not sign a contract? I mean, we got that deal, that big deal in Fort Worth. You know, got agreement on price, got everything. Have they signed a contract yet? They haven't signed a contract. And that's us selling, you know, so they're just, you know, they agreed on price, everything's agreed, contract signed on our end, sent it to them. Been what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I mean, to break that down even more, I mean, we used to not only just try to negotiate over the phone with people that didn't really want to sell, we would drive and look at all the properties.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of them.
And there's 100 videos of me saying, I don't know why anybody would negotiate over the phone. And the reason why I was like that is because I had this scarcity mentality. Like, I knew that I could nurture it better in person. So I got to go lock that deal up. I didn't have a large enough pipeline, a big enough volume of leads to actually be able to negotiate in a ethical manner for our business. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like, I would waste a ton of time driving to a property, negotiating, get my teeth kicked in, come back. And it feels worse. It feels worse too. It doesn't feel like anything now on the phone. It feels like absolutely nothing. Because as soon as I get off the phone, I might yell out a comment. You know, I might announce to the world, I just got my ass whooped. That old man was a savage. And then I just get on the next call.
Well, I think people, we deal with this all the time where we see people like, I only buy 10 miles from my house. We deal with the whole state of Texas. But driving to Texarkana to get your face kicked in is nobody's idea of fun. I think that's one of the biggest reasons. It's so much more efficient for you.
I'll drive to Texarkana.
I understand you'll drive to Texarkana, but you're not wasting that time to get your face kicked in.
I would for the right deal.
You would?
I would go sit in a fucking ugly old man's lap and let him get 3 digits.
So everything you just said
into a butthole.
It was
for a 300-unit apartment complex that he's going to sell for $2 million.
But if you don't know he's not going to sell for that, like you're trying to negotiate that ahead of time.
Listen, Spoonie, you're missing the point.
I don't think I am.
For the right deal, I'm going to go sit in her lap. The other day, we had a deal come in Bryan. Mm-hmm. We should be sitting in that old lady's lap.
We've talked to her 3 times.
I understand, and it's not getting it done. Somebody's going to have to go rub that little old lady's ass.
She keeps saying, oh, honey, that price ain't going to get it. You just need to make another offer.
That's right. And you need to make that one in person. You need to sip some tea with her. You need to spend a whole day with her. If you got to feed her cats, help the strays, volunteer at the fucking animal shelter.